Hey there, garden fans, and welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. Today's episode, I just want to walk around the whole food forest, give you a general update, show you what's growing on. Things are looking really good, and we're about to hit some summer temperatures, 100-degree days every day. I'm sure a lot of my veggies might die off, but everything currently is looking really good. Got a nightshade guild here that's really blown up. The tomatoes are overgrowing their stakes. But they're setting fruit right now, just waiting for them to turn a little color. These are yellow pear tomatoes, and they're all over the place. So this whole area was companion planted with carrots and basil and peppers. So in a small 3-foot by 3-foot area, I've got 5 tomato plants, a whole bunch of carrots, basil, and peppers all in one. My goji berry are starting to set fruit, and they're setting a lot of fruit, real heavy this year. So I'm expecting a pretty good return on my investment here just this year. But this thing is loaded down, all of them are loaded down with goji berry. They just need to turn color. So it's been fun to watch this little nightshade guild go from, you know, an empty space to an area full of food. Let's see what else we got going on. There is so much growing on. I don't even know where to start. So let me start here with this persimmon tree on this row of trees. I've got a persimmon tree here. It's put on a good 1.5 feet of growth. It's kind of slowing down a little bit here. Next to that, I've got a Pakistani mulberry that I put in place of a pear, and it's leafed out and already thrown on a good 6 inches of growth. All its companions are still kicking around really well. I've got raspberry and hyssop and lemon balm and yarrow and oregano. My black mission fig still ain't quite putting on, but I do see some growth at the nodes that might be showing me some promise here. And then I got one of my older peach trees. I got a patch of buckwheat here, and the great thing about cover cropping is I didn't have to do anything for this buckwheat. It's kind of a nurse crop here for my pineapple guavas that I put in not too long ago, which by the way are doing good on their own right. They're throwing up some good growth. They've got this companion plant here to keep it shaded out. A nurse crop almost. Here's the other pineapple guava. They're looking really good. Here's my favorite lesson in companion planting when I bring people over. I've got a centralized peach tree, and it's got all the herbs and veggies and food underneath it. I'm still getting salad greens, although they're just now going to bolt. Got tons of carrots in here that are probably going to be ready to harvest in another couple weeks. And then chives and thyme in the back. So in a small 4 by 4 foot area, I'm able to grow fruit, veggies, and herbs. My blueberry guild, looking really good. I'm getting tons of blueberries now. I post harvest photos on Facebook. If you all like us on Facebook, you can see all those photos. I think by the end of the year, I'll probably do a big slideshow for you all and show you everything we harvested. But we're getting tons of blueberries. The rabbit eye here especially are really putting on. And behind these guys, I've got a couple loofah. And the whole idea with the loofah is I want them to grow up and kind of shade out the chicken cage a little bit. I've started some potato pots, sweet potato pots. They're looking good, moving along. Keep in touch for a video on that. Here is a true Three Sisters with corn and squash and beans and herbs like hyssop and basil. And the squash is really putting on too. Let me show you some of this. So this squash was planted a little bit later than another patch I got that we'll get to, but they're just now putting on in their own right and doing really well. The blackberries, every blackberry bush is totally filled down with blackberries. I pick tons of blackberries every day now. So lots and lots and lots and lots of blackberries. And they're putting on next year's canes. Kale in the food forest, more squash. It's been put down a little later. More kale, moringa. I got a couple moringa plants hanging around the yard that are doing all right. I don't know how they're gonna get through our winters here. I'm in zone 8. Anybody has experience with moringa in zone 8, hey, let me know how they do in the winter. I've got a patch of sorghum here that we're gonna collect grain from and press for molasses. And then obviously my favorite elderberry hedge and peach trees. So here's a big update on the rabbit poop veggie plot. It is large and in charge. We still harvest tons of zucchini. We're making all types of zucchini breads and cakes, and we're storing, freezing basically the breads for a later date. The spaghetti squash over here are older, obviously a little larger, more mature, and I've got quite a few of those on this vine here. Here's another one. There's more. Here's another one. So that's a storable squash for us, whereas the zucchini we're kind of eating and making breads for later. The sorghum I got here is just now starting to throw up its grain heads. So they're about 6 foot tall right now, many of these canes, and they'll get thicker here by the time we hit into October, August, September, October. My 3 herb boxes are not looking a little sad, but all the herbs are going to flower. Lemon balm's flowering, all the poppies are gone, the oregano is gone to flower, the mint's about to go to flower. Kind of harvested and got all the goodie I could out of my chamomile. Lee jujube right here is looking like it's getting established. This was another new planting, and below it is yarrow and spaghetti squash and zucchini, just all over the place. Really, one of these vines just kind of goes all the way down my swale here. So from one peach tree down to the other, my whole swale is just kind of turned into this squash plot. Here's a cool shot of the blackberry forest. Another persimmon bare root that I planted at the beginning of this season. It too has put on about a foot of growth and it's kind of slowing down. My 3 potato buckets doing well. They'll be ready to harvest in a month. Here is a Ouachita blackberry that is heavily producing. I'm getting real heavy production off of this Ouachita. So I'm really happy for that. Little bee update. Check out the bearding bees right here. I mean, they're bearding up 4 boxes right now. And once again, I think they're doing this because we're about to hit 100-degree temperatures. Other box 2 is bearding up pretty big. Both boxes have caught up with each other, so Queen Erin and Queen Elizabeth both have 2 deeps and 2 honey supers. And then my passion fruit, of course, all next to the hives, looking great. I'm getting production off of my figs. I'm getting production off of my plums here on the back part of the property. So lots of figs coming in on this plant. Starting to get passion fruit coming in. Here's one, another one in there, and of course, all the flowers are just so beautiful. Whew, I'm gonna back up. These bees are loud. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. See if I can get a different angle here. These hives are really loud. I don't, all day, they are just loud. I can hear them anytime I come back here, or at least 20 feet away. They are making lots of noise. At night, they're still buzzing around at night. They are bearding all the way up to the top of the box. And I just do think that this is based on temperature alone. This is our first 100-degree day we've had this year, so I think they're just trying to push all the workers out on the front porch. While I'm here, show you my plums. Got some plums coming in. There's a nice looking one. See any more? I've already eaten a couple. So both of these plums were put in last year, and I'm getting fruit production off of this one, at least, right here. Not the Santa Rosa. I don't remember the other variety here. I'll let you know. But in true permaculture fashion, I am letting the vines grow up on this tree. So I have passion fruit growing with this plum. And my chicken front, guys. I'm back up to 4 chickens. I had a rooster that I had to cull out or trade out. So I've got my 2 original reds. I finally got another red here. And yet another chickie here. So I'm up to 4 chickens. These 2 girls should be producing some eggs here in the next month or so. They're about of age. And that's about it for the food forest journey today, guys. Honestly, if I were to try to go over every little plant that I got growing, this could be an hour long. So I just want to give you a little glossing over and maybe show you some of the high points. But there is food every square inch out here, and me and the wife have not had to buy any fruit or vegetables since January, all year. So I'm kind of pleased with the production so far. Once again, you can check us out on Facebook if you want to see some of our harvest pictures. And if you got any questions, please just ask, guys. Part of permaculture is serving, so I'm here to serve. Hope you appreciate this one, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. God bless.